welcome to Tarot and Nails, or welcome back. I'm going to do a quick reading for the collective. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe to help me grow the channel, get these messages out to as many people as possible. All of my readings are timeless and non-zodiac specific. So this is just going to be a general reading for the collective. Let's see what we have going on for the collective. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, we've got Death, Two of Swords, Seven of Wands in reverse. Knave of Chalices in this deck, Knave of Cups, or Page of Cups. Okay, got the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Devil in reverse. Okay, so you got a lot of reversals in your reading already, so I feel like you're already kind of processing this new mode or new mindset that you're in. So you're starting off with Death, you know, Scorpio. This is a time of transformations. Yeah, I definitely see you looking at time in a different way. You're taking time out to kind of move through this energy, but you're also viewing time in a different manner. And you got the Two of Swords in reverse. I'm really feeling like you had a decision to make that was very, 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 very difficult for you mentally. It was something that needed to be done, but you had a lot of reservations about making this decision because it was going to affect a lot of people in your environment, people that you're close to. I feel like for a lot of you, even people that you didn't know. Let's get some clarifiers here. What does the collective need to know right now? What does the collective need to know at this time? This decision that you're making, or that you've recently made, is freeing you from a lot of habits that you did not want. I see a lot of you finding solace in a new home or a new location. A lot of you might be spending more time indoors. You might be doing more introverted, more isolated activities. And that's part of this transformation for you. Like if you were someone that went out a lot and you were very outgoing and, you know, really would never say no, you're really taking a look at why that is. And that's part of this transformation, is making sure that you are not just trying to please others or trying to fit in. I'm seeing a lot of you doing things in the past to just not start any sort of confrontation. A lot of you did not like confrontation. I feel like a lot of people around you may have had, you know, issues that they were working through, and you kind of took those issues on. Like if someone around you had, you know, issues with their temper, or, you know, their own addictions or bad habits, that you would kind of take those on when you were in their presence, almost like a way to relate to them. But I think you've realized through this period of, you know, transformation, this death and rebirth that you're going through, that you shouldn't be adopting other people's bad habits. I think a lot of you were doing this subconsciously. I see that there wasn't, you know, intent behind it. And that's part of what's made you stop and really evaluate, you know, are these your issues or your concerns? Nine of Pentacles, Justice, the Fool, the Magician in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. I did mention like hermit mode. You're You're going within. There's this death, this rebirth, this new you is no longer taking on other people's problems. Or I see a lot of you, you know, like almost like trapped in these situations that you've kind of intermixed with people, and they've almost viewed you as like a sounding board or someone that would just listen, someone that wouldn't question them. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay, so we're going to go over these clarifiers here. Okay, sorry, my OCD takes over sometimes. Okay, what do we have on the bottom of the deck? Ooh, Eight of Swords. Okay. So this transformation is going to really bring you financial stability. I think a lot of you are separating from ideals and patterns that were maybe instilled in you during your development, or were something that was, you know, integral in your environment growing up, or the people that you were around that kind of made you feel as if you shouldn't try as hard, if it wasn't, you know, trying too hard. It was preset models or ideas that you couldn't achieve certain things, or that you wouldn't be successful in certain areas due to, you know, certain contributing factors that were instilled in you from someone else, like your parents or family. You know, someone older in your circle was kind of telling you, like, this is the way it is, and you adopted those. You believed in that, like programming, if you will. That's over now. Through this transformation that you're going through, Scorpio could be involved as well. I've also got air. Capricorn could also be involved. You could be a Capricorn, Gemini. Could also be a fire sign. We've got almost everything on the board here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be, but those are the energies that are kind of really jumping out at me. So with this death and this rebirth of your paradigm, you know, way of thinking, that you're erasing what was pre-written, what you were supposed to believe about yourself, what you were capable of accomplishing, and you're rewriting it for yourself. You're no longer allowing this devil energy to make you believe that you need to be a certain way or act a certain way, or certain things are not accessible to you. You're no longer letting that affect you. This transformation that you're going through is going to bring you ultimate happiness, financial stability. Everything you thought you couldn't achieve because of what people told you is going to be 100% achievable at this time. And it's basically going to fall in your lap. You're going to have this overnight success just by changing your mindset. And I think you're going to immediately see and recognize that it's your mindset is what caused this to unfold this way, which is going to give you more of a desire to continue forward, because this is difficult for you to kind of really dig deep and figure out where these thoughts and ideas came from originally. A lot of you were really, really blinded to how other people's opinions of themselves, and like I said earlier, their addictions and their mindsets, their ideals, everything that you kind of adopt when you're around those people, you were blind to that. I think someone brings it up to you. I'm seeing like a family member or someone that's younger around you kind of says it as a joke, and then that's what sets you on this journey of, you know, transformation, because it hits home and you recognize immediately that that is true and that is something that you've done, but you were blind to it. Like when you were doing it, you had no idea you were doing it. This Two of Swords, you did not know. You thought you were relating, or in the case of, you know, preconceived ideals from like family members or your environment growing up, that was all just what you thought was normal. You thought this was 100% the way things were supposed to be. So when this person makes this joke or says something to the effect that it triggers something inside of you to kind of awaken and recognize that, yes, that is something that you've done, that's when balance starts to begin to be restored to your life. You're no longer feeling obligated to go out or do things that you don't necessarily want to do for the greater good, or not to cause any sort of disagreement or something. I think a lot of you were concerned that if you disagreed or maybe said, no, I don't want to do that, then it would make people believe that you were argumentative or aggressive, or that you were being difficult for no reason. And I think that also stems back to your childhood upbringing and programming and how you were treated as a child. But once you start doing this inner work and recognizing that you can say no, and that it's okay to say no, and you become more, focused on your own health, mental and physical, then balance starts to, begin to be restored. There definitely could be a Libra involved. So you've got the Seven of Wands clarified by the Fool. Again, you're taking this journey, this transformational journey, this death and rebirth into this new way of thinking. This is, to me, representative of how you're going to feel about yourself once you let go of all of these paradigms. Once you let go of, what do these people think about me? What do I need to do? How do I get through the situation and not cause any harm? Once you stop overthinking and really evaluate where all of this is coming from, you end up on this new path. People aren't going to recognize you. Your energy is going to completely shift, and it's going to be overnight. You're going to also have overnight success. So whatever you start pouring your energy into is going to be abundant. I think a lot of you might want to be in like fashion or something to do with clothes. You might be like a buyer or seller of some kind of like wholesale fashion, or you might work in the fashion industry, but you're going to have so much success and recognition almost immediately. It's going to be very, very quick. This is something that you manifested. You're no longer being guarded, defensive. You're no longer not saying what you want. I think a lot of you, your throat chakras were closed. This is now a period where you're going to be very vocal. People are going to be a little bit put off by how much you have to say during this period. But this is, again, you putting all of this down. This Seven of Wands, or Seven of Swords is a very different energy, but that came out for a reason. Seven might be of significance to you at this time. Also six, the name six, like S-I-X, and Johanna. I don't know if that's like a name or a place. I'm getting the name Yolanda and Barbados. Also the UK. You might be having, trips, or you might be canceling trips. For a lot of you, you saying no, that's really coming through really strongly. Just no. There's a lot of reversals in your reading. You're really standing up for yourself. This is you telling the group of people around you that have viewed you a certain way since, maybe birth or very, young child, as, who is this? Like, you're going to get a lot of people like, what is going on with you? But it really is you just, fully embodying what you do and don't want. You put your guards down, and you really start evaluating your own desires. And it sets you off in this beautiful direction where you're free. You're no longer plagued by all of these people's opinions or overthinking how you need to act in every situation. So it's going to be very liberating for you. And you manifested all of this. I think, for a while you've been really disgruntled, I guess, is the way I would say it. Very, feeling like you're not being authentic to yourself, but, wanting to please everyone at the same time. So that's been really difficult. I definitely see a lot of people are watching you through this transformation. It's, people are watching you go through this transformation from afar. I see a lot of like coworkers or people that you spend, significant amount of time with during the day, who maybe aren't as close to you as like family or friends, but people that only know you as an acquaintance are definitely watching you. They think, something is going on. They can sense you're going through this transformation, and because it happens so quickly, it takes a lot of people off guard. A lot of people at your place of employment might be gossiping, like water cooler gossip type of thing, where people are recognizing a change in you and they're speculating on your own, because I feel like you're keeping this very close to your chest. You're not telling everybody what's going on, and especially if it's not people that are in your, you know, close-knit circle. But definitely, you know, being watched and observed for your change in, you know, behavior. I don't think these people are going to question you, though. I don't see people coming up to you, or, you know, I don't see this being confrontational, like, you know, bringing this up directly to you. I see them doing this in a very kind of backhanded way, making sure you're not, you know, around that day, or, you know, keeping it away from you. But just know that there are people gossiping about this new version of you, and most of you will look exactly the same. This is not external alterations. This is like spiritual inside work that you're doing. And you've got the Magician here in reverse. This is definitely something that you've wanted for yourself for a very long time. But you are coming out of this hermit mode. So coming out of this hermit mode is what activates this new opportunity for you. But you have to come out of, you know, being so within inside yourself, because you go from being this extroverted person who's kind of the life of the party and everywhere all at once, kind of hop, skipping, jumping around, to this person that people literally think vanished. Like, you literally just go so deep within inside of your own world that it's almost like time stops. And that's kind of how, you know, your family and friends, people around you that care about you, are going to view this. Like, this person is always here. This person is always, you know, my shoulder to cry on. And you're like, no, I need to set boundaries. I need to, you know, focus on me. And then as soon as you do that, this abundance comes in. People start contacting you because they want to work with you. They start recognizing your energy. All these new people and opportunities start connecting to you very quickly because your energy shifts. It's like something happens in the paradigm, and then all of a sudden, all these new doors and windows are open to you that were not open to you before, because you were too busy saying yes to too many people and too many things you didn't actually want to do, things that did not align with your higher good, things you just plain didn't see any value in. So you've got the Nine of Wands clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So there's going to be a lot of people around you, up to 12, that want to help you. Once they recognize, you know, it's this period of you come out of hermit mode, you start getting all these new opportunities. Just know the people that care about you will be supportive of you. They're just going to be confused. They want to help you build something big. They want to help you create an empire. They want to be involved in what you're creating. And you're creating a lot. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're starting humbly, you know, and then you're quickly building on top of that, because you go to the Nine of Pentacles like immediately. So this is overnight success. This combination of cards is giving me, it's like instant. I mean, money is just going to be pouring in. A Leo could also be of significance. And you've got the Devil reversed, clarified by the Queen of Swords and the Chariot. Again, the Chariot, fast-moving energy. This is going to happen so quickly, overnight success. If you have social media or you're doing something creative, that's going to blow up. And it's going to feel surreal. But it's all because you have to say no. You have to say no to these bad habits, like, you know, things that you don't want in your life and haven't wanted in your life for a really long time, whether those are people, ideas, places. Once you start saying no, because I feel like for a lot of you, no was not in your vocabulary, but putting that in your vocabulary towards your highest good sets a whole new path in motion for you. All right, let's get a few oracles. So let me know in the comments if this reading is resonating and how things are going for you. And then please subscribe if you haven't already. Ooh, jealous. The Oracle. Black Square. Billionaire. Unicorn. Narcissist. So there's definitely a narcissist around you. I don't feel like it's you. I definitely feel like it's someone that you had a hard time saying no to is definitely going to quietly cringe when they recognize that they can't really just control you anymore. Not that they were controlling you in, you know, kind of like a puppet on the strings way. It was more that they enjoyed putting their 2 cents in and then having you basically mimic that or adopt their ideals. Like they recognized what you were doing and that validated them somehow. So they're gonna just be a little bit like butthurt that you're not just saying yes to their ideas or their plans. You having a backbone is going to bother one person in particular. Their name might be Nigel or start with an N, Nick, Nolan, Noah, Nancy, Nora, Maureen. Ooh. Could also belong to a religious sect or a cult, but if it is a cult, then you should definitely run. There's definitely going to be a lot of people that are very jealous. This, again, is right over the Death card and the 9 of Pentacles. People are going to be jealous of your success. I see that majority of people jealous of you are outsiders. They're people that, like at this, you know, old job that you had, I think you're going to be leaving. They're going to have their, you know, suspicions. They're going to have their own ideas about why you became successful overnight. They're going to scrutinize and analyze everything with a fine-tooth comb. Just don't let it bother you. They're just green with envy. They're bored. And they believe they should have the gifts that you've earned, which is ridiculous. The Oracle is reversed. A lot of people are going to think that you cheated your way to the top. They're going to think that you came about your success in an underhanded way. Just let them believe whatever they want to believe. A lot of people are going to blacklist you in this old industry that you're in because they immediately see your success. They see you thriving. They see you making all of this money. And they're going to say, well, we don't want this person to think they can just come back, which I don't even think a lot of you would even know that you were blacklisted from this industry or from this this group of people because you don't care. You're making all this money, you're being recognized, you're living your best life, you're putting your foot down, you've never felt better. Who fucking cares? I think these people think that that's going to bother you or something, but like you're a future billionaire. I don't think you give a shit. You have so much going on for you and you're going to have so much opportunity and so many things to do. I see you buying a lot of like fine china, expensive collectibles is what I'm getting. A lot of you might be starting a new business where you flip things, but you're definitely special and people are definitely recognizing you for your unique talents. And these people that are, you know, jealous and blacklisting you, they just are mad because they're boring. They're mild and they're upset about it. We already talked about this narcissist. I feel like this narcissist and this cult leader are one and the same. So if you are practicing anything and there's someone that's a leader that thinks that they know everything, just know that this person might be the person that's starting all of this jealousy and blacklisting you from things that might be connected. But just know that you standing in your power and saying no, and a lot of these people might be hearing no from you for the first time. That's going to really set them off. You might even see them flip out or get really angry. But you know, just do what you can to leave the situation and, you know, be safe about it. But that is what I have for you, collective. Let me know if this reading resonated, and I will see you next time. Love you, bye.